I might get one, but they didn't have any left at the time, so.
Fair enough. Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XI. Joining us is of course Silly, and Lady Reaper is here with us right off the bat as well, which is good. We are going to be going extra long today because Silly's going to be away next week, and I apparently have quite a bit to do during the week. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue, I hope.
Oh, I get to do fun stuff. You have boring stuff to do. I'm
true.
going to Utah. Woo!
Silly gets to do that whole ski thing where I get stuck doing, work and.
Well, look at it this way. At least you're not spending $650. You know?
I just spent $707 on a Switch.
Oh yeah? What else did you get?
Wasn't exclusively that. I picked up my copy of Zelda, which is the special edition, and
okay, yeah.
And I got the hardcover guide with it because I collect those, and yeah, I also got this thing, the carrying case that had it came with earphones and these little grips for the Joy-Cons. But
that's cool.
Unfortunately ran into an issue of they sold it to me, but then the Wii special edition of Zelda came with a case.
Oh no!
So now I have 2 cases. I'm like, shit. Well, that's
just mail me one. I'll pay you for it.
If you want it. I mean, I'm not gonna use the other one. It's a nice one too. It's red and black.
I'll pay for the shipping, or I'll buy you a game or something.
All right. Later, let me know. Later, let me remind me, and I'll show you what the 2 of them look like.
Oh, don't give me the Zelda one.
No, I just want to show you what the Zelda one looks like.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I think I've seen the picture, but let's start.
So, we gotta go to the Memorial Library for a cutscene.
Cheer, Lady Reaper.
So let's back in. Does back in do anything? No, it does not.
Not in this game, no.
Alright. So anyway, hello everyone. That's us talking about our new Nintendo Switches because we're awesome and got one already.
Apparently, people were like going nuts. Like, I talked to some people online, and they're like, "I've been trying to get one for 3 days." I was like, I went to the place on Friday afternoon. They were like, "They're getting more on Sunday." I was like, "I'll just come back on Sunday." Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, people were like, "Aren't you gonna be so?" Yeah, when I went standing up front, this guy was like, "Aren't you gonna be so mad if you don't get one tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Not really." 1.2 Eastern Island, and he's like, "Why?" Okay. And I'm like, he's like, "You're here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got up early, but whatever. If I don't get one, I don't get one. I'll just get one on the next launch, like the next release of them."
I wasn't gonna like go running around a place because basically the way it works is they get a bunch of them and they sell them, and then you can't get them. Like after the first day, there's no point in trying to search for one on the second day.
Yeah.
You go to a place, and if they say, "Oh, we're restocking on Sunday," I'll be like, "Okay, I'll come back on Sunday. Easy."
I'm gonna go towards this building here with the circular roof.
I see a circular building. Am I going the right way?
Yep, and then we gotta talk to Apple Treple to get into.
We're going to the library.
Give me a sec. I gotta adjust my music. It's really quiet.
Huh.
There you go. Now people should be able to hear it. Okay. Yeah. So when I got to EB, this guy was like, "If they don't have one for me, I'm gonna fucking fight everyone. There's gonna be violence." And I'm like, "Why?"
That's like the epitome of like American entitlement right there. But you're in Canada, so it's like Canadian American entitlement. That guy was clearly born in the U.S.
Indeed. All right. So when this cutscene starts, that first person was you. I remember this.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
Well, I'm not ready, but I'm ready to voice.
Go.
Ah, Miro. Always a pleasure to have you come pay us a visit. Our fair princess is not here today, but I would be glad to assist you in any way I am able. Ortharsyne. The sword of the founder king, you mean? All our books on historical happenings and artifacts are located on the shelves towards the back of the room. I have but one request. Please do not cause much of a ruckus this time. Oh yeah, because we made her, like, shout.
Alright, Sully, what should we read?
Let's read His Majesty and the Golden Beast.
Alright, that's going first. You carefully remove His Majesty and the Golden Beast from the shelves. The black volume is covered in a thin layer of dust. A colorful illustration meant for a younger audience depicts a three-yelmed beast of unknown species rearing up on its hind legs to confront a battle-ready Founder King. Alright, let's see this picture.
I love this music when they play it.
Yeah, it's actually really good. And the biggest monster Adeline ever did see rose up and bared its teeth at the king. How big was it? Why, it made even the biggest mountain look like the tiniest vermin nest. The Founder King's head nearly fell from his shoulders, straining to look up at its face. Its fur sparkled in the light of the bright sun above. Fucking Hitbox telling me that I'm live. The beast gave out a mighty roar. Grah! Its claws were bigger and sharper than even the king's sword.
Damn.
Leave this to me, the king bellowed as he shielded his friends, and so he fought the beast all by himself. Really, it's like a fucking kid's book. They fought for 7 days and 7 nights until the beast finally apologized for making the king mad. What the fuck? Who are you? The king asked. My name is Terculin, the beast replied. So, Terculin. What is it? You lost, which means you must obey me. Of course, master. Well, that's great. And that's how the big scary beast came to travel with the king deep into the jungle. He was fucking bigger than the jungle.
Yeah, how does he fit in the jungle if he's like taller than the tallest mountain? Thanks, children's books.
Fucking children's books teaching the children of Adeline that slavery is okay. Or indentured servitude.
Well, they fought each other and he won. So, like, if I fought you and I won, then you'd be my servant too.
That's true.
Right? Isn't that how it works?
I did make this kid my slave in grade 8 because we fought and I won.
Mira's like, this sounds like a terrible thing. Oh, wait, I did that.
Yep. Alright, you get to read the next one. Which one?
Alright.
Heroes and Legends of Adeline.
Okay. You carefully remove Heroes and Legends of Adeline from the shelf. Its red leather cover is emblazoned with the seal of the Order of Adeline. The first chapter, floridly titled, White Wings of the Swallow Bring Glory Unto Our House, contains a vivid description of the Founder King's exploits in Obulka, as well as a variety of minutiae about royal retainers. And so it came to be that the Founder King, may his glory blossom eternal, advanced unto the continent with 11 of his most trusted retainers. In one fell swoop he severed the heads of 100 beasts, and the very trees parted before his noble visage, their limbs genuflecting as he passed even further into the jungle. But the innermost reaches refused to yield to even one so steadfast of will and righteous of spirit as his majesty. If he could not breach the veil, then what hope did his 11 retainers have? One by one, they fell to demons with teeth as long as greatswords and claws as sharp as daggers, or brambled vines whose choking grasps injected poison into the retinue's writhing flesh. Only one remained resolute in the face of impending doom, the unwavering Moramar of the Order of Shednik, whose axe cleaved foe after foe in twain in the name of our king. And then the continent began to turn on them. What happened to them that day was lost to the ages, yet the Founder King surely stared into the cold gaze of death as he lay beneath the shrouded canopy. As the darkness clouded his eyes, he feebly rose his right hand, presented Moramar with his blade and a tiny keepsake, and with his last breath murmured, "Never again shall man set foot into the wilds of Ubulka." Moramar solemnly accepted these gifts as the Founder King bid him return to Adeline in his stead. Moramar hurried back to the city, spreading the Founder King's dying words to all. His duty fulfilled, he marched back into the wilds, never to be heard from again. So they don't know what happened. But then they proceeded to tell us what happened.
Mormar, with his last breath, murmured, "Never again shall man set foot into the wilds of Obolka."
And then Moramar just goes back.
Mormar hurries back to the city, spreads his dying words. With his duty fulfilled, he goes back into the wilds. Immediately breaking that request. Alright,
Excellent.
so he said that he had 11 knights. Why am I getting a Knights of the Round feel from this?
Because it's Final Fantasy.
Treasures of the Royal Family. Are we gonna have to fight Knights of the Round again?
And it came after Final Fantasy VII.
You carefully remove Treasures of the Royal Family from the shelf. Its spine has gone soft. A musty smell wafts from the blue cover. Depictions of various jewels, painting, earthenware, and more adorn the tome's faded yellow pages. Ortharsyne. This blade, specifically a poniard, was wielded by the late founder king from the age of 6 until his untimely demise in the wilds of Abulka. Since then, each of the Adelin's kings had kept the blade at their side, not just as a ceremonial object, but also as a reminder of the founder king's dying words. In more recent history, the dissolution of the monarchy means that no one man has ruling authority over the city, yet each Grand Chancellor has continued to uphold this most ancient of customs. Owing in large part to the circumstances of the legendary poniard returning to Adeline after the Founder King's fall, rumors abound that the blade holds a latent potential within it, yet none have seen it do anything more than hang at the owner's waist.
And so it was that there was another legend in a Final Fantasy game of a weapon that was supposed to be amazing and wasn't. Did you find what you were searching for, Miro? All volumes, tomes, and treatises ever published in Adeline find their way onto our shelves. If it exists, you'll find it here. You wish to learn more about our princess's sword? Would that I could help you further, but if what you seek is not located in our annals, then I am unable to do so. Perhaps the one who knows the most about the blade would be its wielder, Princess Arciela herself. I had an inkling that my words would bring out the bookworm in you, Miro. I was thinking back on our conversation and recalled an old legend told about the blade in question. I am pleased that I found you before you departed. Is your research complete? Ho-ho! Then I have impeccable timing. Tell me, have your studies borne fruit? I am quite interested in hearing what you have learned. Then we can discuss this legend of mine.
Do you know that the Founder King was involved in indentured servitude?
Laughing about indentured servitude. The Selenia Memorial Library shines once more, a veritable treasure trove of information, to be sure, and your discoveries will help put this in proper context. Let me regale you with the tales I have heard, though they may differ slightly from what other sources tell. In an age whence shade den in his land, the warrants of forest shall flock none the lem of the mirk blade, yet only with the oar of the swallow's witchboard. Hence, one of the white feathers shall flourish in the sword's sext. You seem perplexed, Miro. Like most legends of old, the words themselves are quite tangled, wouldn't you agree? I have faith that you can puzzle it out. Think of it as a mental exercise that may aid you in your quest. Fare thee well, Miro, as my task for the day is done, and my games of chance await.
Fuck you, Theodore.
Here's some information, but I'm just trying to make you work harder.
Yeah.
What did the lady Reaper say?
August Heirloom. Alright, so we gotta speak to... sorry. We gotta speak to Plo Trishbach outside the castle gates.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Yo.
Apparently I didn't have any party members.
I got a follower.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's someone that I follow on Twitch too. That's cool. Stevie Ray Drawn. I think they're not here anymore, but they followed me. And that's what matters. I also, like, I never know. Like, I look at the viewer list and it's never accurate.
Hello, Yusuf! Alright, we gotta go to a walk point. What the hell am I doing at the home point?
Yusuf found Miro's channel. Woohoo!
That's where Yusuf should be.
Exactly.
Alright, so we're gonna teleport using this waypoint. Silly, I don't know where you're going, but...
I went wherever Lady Reaper went.
You'll be here for 45 minutes only. What is this, Yusuf? We need you.
Come on, Yusuf. You can't not be here. It's not allowed.
The castle gates. Either way, we're good to see. It's good to see you, Yusuf. Alright, so we're gonna start to blow Trish back, which is your character again.
That's right. Who can't make her mind or what accent she has.
Yeah. I talked to her, unfortunately, so...
Okay. We'll talk to her too.
Let me know when you're ready and I will start.
I am talking to her now.
Well, I'll be. Look who it is. Wait. Who are you again? Heavens, where was it I saw you? Let me think. Was it the place with the thing? Oh, right, one of those pioneers who's on everyone's lips. Ugh. Was it Miro? Oh, hooray, I got it! I just knew I could. But sweet Mussy, there's no time for small talk. You, wouldn't happen to have seen the princess, would you? Why, I mean Arciela, silly. But you knew that, didn't you? So, you haven't. Oh dear, what a terrible conundrum. You don't suppose she ran off to the forest again? What do you think?
Why would she go into the forest?
Okay. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure either. I thought you would know better than I. After all, the two of you seem to have been through a lot together. She tries to smile and laugh it off, but let me tell you, under that happy exterior, she's suffering inside, yep. I mean, have you heard about her brother? He's just so adorable! I just want to squeeze him and bite those little toes off!
What? Awkward pause.
Oh dear. I didn't say that, and no one can prove that I did. Be that as it may, Arciela is stricken with worry. And not just for her brother, mind you. She'd hear all the ruckus when the and anti-colonization factions happen to meet in the halls. It tears at her so much that I can't blame her for wanting to escape the castle. It was just like back then. Back then? This is only a story I heard from my mother, who had been nursing Arciela after she was born. This was before Ignis ascended to Grand Chancellor. Ignis was quite a clever young man, but still, a child is a child. His father was always droning on to him about whether or not colonization should recommence. The castle grew dark, and the tension was so thick you could stab it with a fork.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Arciela always puts on that brave facade of hers, but she detests such heated arguments. She's always been quite sensitive and delicate, you see. She looks like a Vieira. So one day, she said enough is enough and left the castle for the wildlands. Imagine, such a place is dangerous even for prepared adults. So what hope could a young child have in coming back alive? Of course, a search party was dispatched as soon as they figured out what happened, but no one could find her. Everyone had all but given up hope when 1 week later, one of the soldiers found her sound asleep in a grassy meadow, one of the few places where light shone through the forest floor. Arciela was surrounded by all manner of fauna, circled around her frail form as if protecting her. The tale goes that when the party approached her, The beast did not attack, but instead slowly left, one by one, receding back into the tree line. But it gets stranger. 1 week she had been in the forest, yet there was not a single scratch upon her pale skin, and her tummy gave not so much as a single rumble. And what's more, Arciela had not a single memory of what she had been doing during that time. The only clue we had was a torn piece of cloth, marked with a particular sigil that she clutched tightly in her left hand. The sigil. The sigil? Why,
Oops,
I was just a sweet, innocent young girl, barely about to blossom into a stunning young woman. Why would I know about that? Will you please stop making that face? Well, when they saw the sigil embroidered on the piece of cloth, the heads of the 12 orders stood straight up in their chairs, or so I've heard. Hildebert said in his usually stuffy voice, "To think that we would bring such shadows into our fair city." In other words, all those bigwigs felt that this man, whoever he was at Arciela's side. All too mysterious, don't you agree? She came back to the castle happier than anyone had ever seen her. Before that, she had been a bit of a shut-in, never passing through the castle gates, but she started to walk around the city more after the incident. And when Ignis took on the mantle of Grand Chancellor, she started venturing into Ulbulka more often. And you know what? Things are just like they were then. Never once did the denizens of the jungle so much as breathe on her. It baffles me to the high heavens. Soldiers and pioneers come scurrying back with their tails between their legs, but some mysterious power shields our princess from harm. Though she may be beloved by a certain portion of our citizenry, thanks to those events, there are more than a few who view her with unease. Some even call her the wild-born witch. Oh, my dear, my poor Arciela. Why must people say such foul things? There is not a kinder soul in Adeline. It burns my blood to even think of it. Oh, Miro, I didn't mean to take it out on you. It's just overwhelming, you know? Now you understand why I believe she must be wandering the wildlands if she's not in the castle. The next time you go to the Ulbulkan mainland, please bring her back with you. I'm afraid I can't do that. Of course I will. I'm so glad to hear you say that. I worry about her so. After all, we live in troubling times. Her brother needs her perhaps more than any of us do. So again, But Bile, Tana, what's going on? It's Arciela. She...
What's wrong? Out with it.
She beat it up by monsters. What? Excellent. Alright. Next. Alright, so we got to examine signs of the struggle at the intersection of I-7, J7, I-8, J8 in Czak Battlegrounds. Okay, let's go to... It says the waypoint at Frontier Station is the closest to it, so...
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to go.
Go to Czak Battlegrounds, Frontier Station. Give me a moment here, I gotta open up your stream and get your chat, though.
Which one are we going to? I know Czak, but you said Frontier Station.
Frontier, yeah.
Okay.
Let's pause that. Let's pop out your chat. Wow. This over here. Smaller. Move my game over. Silly chat. There we go. And how long have we been streaming for? Almost 30 minutes.
Don't worry. No one has said anything except for Enemy Gamer said hi.
Alright. Anyway, Yusuf, you finished your first track for your game? That's awesome! glad to hear that. Okay, so what was that, like I-7?
Game is like not doing what I wanted to.
Give me some characters that give me exact orders. I-7, J7, I-8, J8. Okay, I see where it is. Alright, let's grab it up. I like how TP doesn't diminish over time. As long as you're in the zone. What's next on your game creation, Yusuf?
Yeah, tell us. Tell us, tell us.
To examine, is it the question mark right there, examine? No, we're gonna examine the signs of struggle.
Signs of struggle.
There it is.
Yusuf, you have to come fight them. They're stealing Arciela from you.
It's true.
I'm like noisily slurping my energy drink and cracking my knuckles. Ah! Why did you, of all people, have to show your unseemly created face around me? What is more unsettling, though, is that a creature so base and primitive could possess such unbridled powers.
What happened?
A tiger happened, that is what. A gargantuan feline with fur as fetidly aureate as gill dropped in a gutter carried her off in its slubbering jaws. The thing towered 3 full persons above us. Never have I seen such a grotesquerie of such a cloud-cleaving proportions. Not only that, but its deafening roar shook every tree and stone in sight. A single glance into its beady eyes was all I needed to know that this monstrosity would shred Adolin's entire populace to bits to satisfy its uncanny thirst for blood. I swear on my life that I could see those ferocious teeth puncture the princess's fair skin as it whisked her into the jungle, and it was all I could do to stay conscious when I thought of it, caught wind of its breath. The odor could only be described as the mephitic stench of death. She's very verbose today.
Indeed. Why are you here?
The stupidity of your question causes my head to throb with pain. What else could we be doing besides searching for the princess? It is only elementary that we expend our utmost efforts to return the Order of Adolin's most beloved personage to her homestead if she goes missing. I suppose even that concept's proved convoluted to someone who knows only how to spill blood rather than preserve it. Of course, another exorcism. Oh, sorry, riffraff like you probably call them spookamouts or something equally idiotic, is necessary. But just when we thought we had found her... Well, this is what happens when your opponent is too craven to face you head-on. I do not truly expect a savage beast to understand the concept of honor, but deception and trickery are the only tactics which he may employ to beat someone of my caliber. The injustice of it all makes even my visceral organs boil with rage. We were ilms away from bringing her home. Litterer. Brooding about it, however, will accomplish nothing. I would like nothing more than to go barreling into the depths of the forest and rescue our maiden in distress, but such stratagems befit no one but dim-witted adventurers who have heard one too many heroic ballads. An organized search party suits this situation best, not a misdirected band of vigilantes. Feel free to play your little game of sword and spell all you want, but we competent adults will return to Castle Adolin to devise a fully thought-out plan. Her hat.
Pristine hair ribbon. So we're essentially like famous in the Middle Lands, right? So why hasn't she heard of us if she explored all over? Alright, we gotta go
She
to...
also knows this because we've talked to her a bunch.
Yeah.
So, like, what's up with that?
But she should know that we are, like, you know, we're kind of a big deal.
Badasses? We're kind of a big deal.
Alright, let's go into Czak, or into Western Adeline, and then use the waypoint to go back to the castle gates. It's cheaper to do it that way.
Goatee's still standing there.
Yusuf, even your 4G is bad. Oh no!
Come on, Yusuf. What's up? Yesterday you could watch my Horizon Zero Dawn stream with no problems and no buffering until you can't even watch Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, FF11 has better graphics than Horizon Zero Dawn. It's understandable.
My Switch just went into sleep mode, I guess. My computer, like my TV, lost connection to it.
Alright, so we'll grab the waypoint here by the Pioneers Guild to the castle gates. Oops. Eastern Netherland castle gates. There we go. We should have got a cutscene upon approaching them. Haley, what are you doing? She's sitting on the couch, just...
Yep.
Perched like the Lion King.
You're gonna get cutscene right away.
Yeah. You like walk in. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Go.
Is it true that Arciela was spirited away? That poor girl. If the latest reports are to be believed, then it is indeed true. Apparently, a behemoth creature snatched her up in its jaws and fled to the jungle's inner recesses. Perhaps snatched up is a tad euphemistic. From what I have heard, gulped down would be much more appropriate. If that is the case, maybe she should swallow her pride and relinquish her title of Wildborn Witch.
Melvian! Do you understand just how inappropriate that was?
My pardons, Gratzig.
Was that one you or me?
I think it's you.
Still, I get the meter of his argument. She wandered off into the forest through hundreds of times and emerged without even a scratch. Didn't she sleep weep amongst the fauna all by her lonesome too? She would be fine even if we wake like trees and leave her alone. Plus, maybe the beaster just mistook her for one of its cubs and carried her back to its den.
It is completely absurd to even entertain such an idea. I never knew how true rang the phrase, wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something, until now. And would you care to impart to us your wisdom regarding this incident, Ingrid? I witnessed the whole thing, and I must profess that the walking atrocity in question had nothing more on its mind than to tear our dear princess limb from... I propose that we send a search party for Arciela, which I will command as soon as possible. We cannot lose even a moment to superfluous debates simply for the sake of following procedure. You nominate yourself as commander? I thought that went without question.
I wholeheartedly approve this measure. After what has befallen Ignis, Arciela is the last descendant of the Founder King who can lead our nation to glory. There is no time to waste on mustering troops. The exorcists will be happy to send their units of elites, which can be mobilized immediately. How weird. I never would have thought that I'd live to see the Lord Vortimir volunteering to help Arciela, let alone put his most valuable troops at risk on her behalf. being part of the Founder King's lineage must be even more important than I thought.
We would be ever so grateful for your help, Ortharsyne. I, for one, place the fate of our nation in your capable hands.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Savenya. We shall not betray your trust. Your Rosetta's probe grows brightly, grabbing your attention. Its deep red hue can only be interpreted as a warning of ominous events to come.
I just haven't had an epiphany. How about we have Miro take part in your expedition? She has traversed the Obokan continent time and time again. Her expert knowledge of the field should be an invaluable addition to your squad.
With all due respect, Lady Svenja, it would be detrimental for the country to rely upon an outsider at this juncture.
She may be from another land, but Arciela has formed a deep bond with her that transcends nationality. I am truly sorry to heap such an arduous task upon you like this, but would you do us the service of accompanying the exorcist in search of our princess?
Accept the offer.
Back down. Oh, I cannot adequately express the depth of my gratitude towards you. What a kind soul you are.
If there is no further debate, I shall set about rallying my unit. But please, I beseech you, please, keep this incident a secret. We wouldn't want our fair citizens to worry over an issue that is basically solved. Would we?
Miro, the creatures that skulk amidst Oboka's wilds have claimed the lives of many an unprepared pioneer. It may well behoove you to acquaint yourself with your enemy before endeavoring to slay him.
Can you acquaint me with the tiger?
I must say that you have an excellent sense of humor. Sadly, however, I have been within the city walls the whole time and know practically nothing about the beast.
How can I do that?
Why, the answer is right under your nose. The Pioneers Coalition is here to serve pioneers. Though Lord Vortimir may have said to keep this under the table, I hardly think only mentioning a golden tiger would arouse suspicion. However, it does intrigue me that... Never mind. Forget I said a word. I wish you a swift and convincing victory, Miro.
Alright. Our next quest. Oh, well, next one is optional, so we're gonna talk to Plo Trishback. Right here. But give me a second before we do. Just gonna reset my recording.